Alright, so, while this is technically the dungeon, we are in a little intro segment where we swim down this water tunnel and just kind of see the new enemies and get used to the swimming mechanics. We don't use them that often, and after this dungeon we basically don't use them at all, but you know, it's a nice little tutorial. And here we go, here's the intro. We can already see some new enemies. Well, technically they're new. As we were riding across the bridge of Hylia, I don't know what it's called, these were dropping out of that tree thing. These are chews. The chews of this game. Ow. There we go. And as you can see, we can scoop their goo. So I'm actually going to release this fairy. But not for those purple ones. These purple chews actually, they have the same effect as that Lantern Guy's, what's it called? Like soup. We want the red chew jelly. It's actually just the red potion of this game. Restores 8 hearts, but you know, why not have it? And just go back to bombs. Alright. Oop. Get that blue rupee. So, the reason I only... Oh, another red chew. The reason I only bought 5 water bombs is because, well, this dungeon kind of hands them out, like, all over the place. Like, in stacks of 10, even though you can only hold 15, and you use them, like, a couple times in the dungeon. I mean, if you didn't have the, if you don't have 2 bomb bags, then it kind of makes sense why they hand them out, because you're going to be using your water bombs, but I'm fine. I've got normal bombs for all the bombing purposes. This is the first dungeon that has, like, you're able to use bombs, so it's a main item. It's got a lot of usage. I mean, arrows and bombs are really the only item that's used outside the dungeon that it's given. And of course, we need bomb arrows. See? We're gonna need bomb arrows to knock down all those stalactites. If you don't get that, Minna's gonna tell you right here, so whatever. And just get rid of all these missed. All these stalactites. And yeah, that's the puzzle of this room, just blowing up all those stalactites. Here's another enemy. It's the oh man. Well, it's an Armosaur. It's got armor on the front. You have to hit it in the butt. I mean, it's a pretty simple enemy to deal with. And for some reason, when you kill it, its armor stays around, but we'll probably see that eventually. There might be another bomb chest in this room. I have no idea, but it doesn't matter. Let's head on to the actual dungeon. Well, kind of. We'll get into this room, and, well, the real dungeon starts here. I don't know why this establishing shot was really needed. We get it, there's water, Jesus. So, like most water dungeons in Zelda games, this is slightly confusing. It's not as confusing as the Ocarina of Time one. Come on. But it has some of the same problems. All I wanted to do was finish it, but I missed. Here we go. I have no idea what that thing's called. Lizalfos? Maybe. I don't know. Anyway. So the confusing part about this one isn't a water level change, it's the fact that we've got a circular room as this main room. I mean, there's only 2 ways out, but there's 2 floors. The thing about this dungeon is a lot of people find it confusing, but I find it... If you go down the wrong path, you're almost instantly met with some opposition that allows you not to go any further. So it's less confusing and more just time-consuming. It's very obvious where you need to go as soon as you go down every path that you don't need to go. It's not a hard dungeon. It's not much longer than the Forest Temple, actually. in my test run it wasn't. So, I don't know. But anyway, what we need to do is actually turn to the staircase after I defeat that Tektite. Which we're going to have to find one of those pulleys from the ceiling and just kind of jump on it. Oop, chest. Hold on. Gotta kick open all these chests first. That's just a lot of arrows. If you can't tell, we're going to be using that bomb arrow combination a whole lot. Anyway, so we're going to just grab that. And that door right in front of us is actually the boss door. But we can't access it yet because the water level isn't high enough. So if you can't tell the actual gimmick of this dungeon yet, well, you don't know how obvious the gimmicks are in this game. Oh man, and dead. Okay. Now if we go over this way, we can get Uku. Should've just broke the pot. Yep, free at last. And just skip past all that. It's the same as last time, I think. But we're going for 100%! That's a lie. That's a... That's crazy. But anyway, we are going to go... It's just easier to stab everything. You can't miss with stabs. We're actually going to turn the staircase one more time. I think. If not, whatever. Yes, definitely. And go down this door? I'll know in a second. Yeah, it's this door. Okay. I'm not I know where I'm supposed to go. I did my test run last night. And one jump attack kills Armosaurs. Here's their armor. Whatever. Anyway. If we keep on going, we'll come into this room that has a lot of... Well, it has gears, but they're not moving, so whatever. But we do have stalactites, and we know what to do with that. And for some reason, the chain on that platform there always gets in the way when I'm trying to hit this stalactite, so I don't know. Now, if we break more pots and go down this tunnel, we can find our way across. Awesome. And jump up! Crap. Well, luckily, since we're on this side, I was actually supposed to wait for this platform to go up, but it's fine. Stupid Tektite. I don't think was supposed to work, but it definitely did. And now that we have a small key, just make our way back across. Trying to do as much as I can to avoid all the vines. We'll actually go up back to where we found Uku. There was a locked door that we missed. So even though there's a circular room, just the way the circular room is laid out with those like small walls that you can't pass and the staircase that needs to be moved, even though there's a lot of locked doors in that circle, you can't miss it. It's just the only locked door you can get to. So it may seem confusing just because you think it's a wide open area, but it's actually extremely linear in fashion. So that's fine by me. I don't hate this dungeon as much as I did before I replayed it. But it's got a lot of waiting puzzles and just a lot of backtracking because of the circular nature of it. And that's where most of the confusion comes from, just where am I supposed to go now? But besides that, it's not that bad. I mean, you just look for things you can't get to and you look up and it's like, oh, there's a stalactite and now I can climb these vines that I'm obviously supposed to climb up. Just slowly make our way over. I mean, they had to find some way to slow down the pacing of this dungeon, right? I mean, the last dungeon had the Iron Boot stuff, and this one just has a fuck ton of ivy. But luckily, we never have to climb on that specific ivy again. You can go in that door, or you can also blow up this. I'm actually probably just gonna go through this door anyway. Because, if you can't tell, it kinda loops around based off the map. Ooh, I never got the map. Whatever. I'll get it eventually. I missed it. It's not entirely important. It's just kinda helpful. And now if we go down this way, there should be a small key in this chest, if I did this correctly. I keep saying if I did this correctly. I'm not using that in the right context ever. That's more of a glitch thing. It's just from Summer Games Done Quick. It's stuck in my head. It literally means nothing when I say it, though. Ouch. Oh, but I did do that correctly and knock that lizard down down into a bottomless pit, so whatever. I'll probably go back and get that map eventually. I mean, it's not like the armor swords do that much damage anyway, so I'm just gonna save time by not fighting them. Also, another new enemy. I think this is kind of exclusive for this dungeon. But, it's a guy in a bubble. I mean, just pop the bubble. Then he runs away. Which, I mean, you just kind of, you know, smack him a bit. And this is strange that you can open a door, but it goes to the same room. I think this happens again later in the dungeon too. I don't know. But I mean, if you just follow logic, oh, I haven't explored this place yet, you go to it. I mean, that's basically how the dungeons in this game are built. I mean, that's how Zelda dungeons are always built. It's just that there's a faked complexity in it just by how much backtracking there is. And that's, I mean, I've already said it, but that's where all the complexity in this dungeon comes from. Just kind of remembering where there is a locked door now that you have a small key and stuff like that. But we gotta climb our way up this... Ah, fuck. We gotta climb our way up this, like, ramp of sorts. And I'm gonna beat these Tektites now just because... Well, ramps go up, but they also go down, so eventually we're probably gonna find our way going down. You know, just get them out of the way so I don't have to deal with them later. And we got our water bombs. More of them. So, you may see that chest right there. You actually need the dungeon item to acquire it, but it's only got like 100 rupees in it. So, I'm definitely not coming back for it. It's not worth it. But just a heads up, in case you're hurting for rupees or something. I mean, just play that flight by foul game. It's super easy to deal with. Like, it's super easy to get that hundo rupee chest. Like, I don't know. Plus, there's like a million other ways in this game to make a ton of money quickly, so... Who's ever hurting for rupees? And yeah, that's the gimmick. We gotta... So basically, there's going to be 2 of these coming from both sides into the center room, the circular center room. And we just kind of from here, we follow the water back and make sure there's no blockages and stuff like that. And that's the gimmick of this dungeon. Oop! Okay, I did it. Oh man, I can't actually get out of here, but there is a blue chew. So, I mean, I got a quarter heart of health. I'll just... I mean, I have... only missing a quarter heart. Where's that blue chew? Oh man, oh, it disappeared! That sucks. I messed up. But blue chews heal for all your health. I wonder if it'll come back. Oh, I know what it is. There's actually a room I know of in the game that has a blue and a red chew, and if they mix together, they become a purple chew. So you want to keep them separate. Which is cool, because, I mean, they have the whole thing where chews can morph together anyway. Oh, I can't get up from that angle. What am I trying to do? It's not like I actually need chew jelly anyway, so... Oh my god! That thing is huge! I'm just going to ignore those keys. And, well, let's move on back. The bottom is moving now, so... I mean, obviously, we got things to explore. I want to see what I'm over. Because if you jump down in a good spot, you can actually just land where you need to. And this is close enough. Because I need to get to this ivy up here again. The only point you can jump onto the platforms is from the beginning of the room, so... I mean, at some point I would have to climb up back here, unless I was lucky enough to land, like, I guess right here. But, whatever. I should really grab that dungeon map. I think it's, like, right outside this room. I don't know. But if we go here... So I'm gonna tell you this, that room leads straight to a gate that you can't open from this side, so it's not worth going in. So we're gonna grab this small key right here and head back out. Oh, more chews. So many chews in this dungeon. I really don't like these weird slug chews. I like the ocarina. I like the original chews where they're like standing up goo blobs. And I like the Ocarina of Time ones and the Minish Cap ones that have crazy eyes. Those are cool. These are just weird slug things. And this is the second locked door that just opens up to the same room. So, I don't know. And I have iron boots already equipped. So now we're in another swimming section, but there are these jets of water that we can actually walk through, be unaffected by if we wear the iron boots. So, why not? And I mean, we got bombs, but whatever. Just quickly grab this, which I believe is like 20 rupees or something. Yeah. Nice little touch is that while you're underwater, the mask actually goes over Lump's mouth so that, you know, it explains why he can breathe underwater. I mean, that's always cool, that little effect there. Oh, we can't deal with these jellyfish yet. We need the dungeon items, so we kind of have to avoid them for now. Oop, that's a clam. Let's just, we can deal with the clams, but who wants to? Oop, faded black. You know what that means. We got a mini-boss on our hands. So let's just, climb up here. Oh, definitely a mini-boss. The door closed behind us. Oh, what the hell? Okay, weird eye things just fell from the ceiling. I'm gonna equip bomb arrows, just in case, you know. Bomb arrows, come on. Just in case, and let's just look right on up. You know, honestly, could be a lot worse. I mean, well, it could be a lot worse. Well, it could be a lot worse, definitely, because this is, like, the easiest boss in the game. For one reason, which I'll show off once I kill all these, stupid bugs. Well, not bugs, they'll, like, spawn. Oh my god, it's hitting the water! It's hitting the water and just blowing out, that sucks. Just going out. Where's this stupid thing? There we go. Didn't want to have to deal with it. So basically what you do is you kill all the spawn and then it falls out of the sky, tries to flatten you, and then you run around the front and hit its tongue, but I got crushed, so whatever. But you can skip all that by throwing a bomb in its mouth or just shooting a bomb arrow, and it'll instantly go into its attack phase. Into your attack phase. And you can do this infinitely. I mean, if you don't know about it, you have to kill all its spawn again, and then it'll fall from the ceiling, and you gotta dodge that, which isn't hard. That's actually the first time I've ever been hit by that thing. And one more time should do it. And that's why this is the easiest boss ever. You can exploit a little thing in it that I don't know why they put it there. Because it's not like throwing the bomb in does the damage. It just allows you to do more. Oh my god, it got worse. It just allows you to do more damage. I don't know. It's dumb. But that was the mini-boss, so this is probably the dungeon item. And yeah, it is. The claw shot. The claw shot! Which is just the hook shot, but they gave it a dumb name, so I'm probably going to call it the hook shot all the time. It grabs things. Like up here. So that's the gate I was talking about earlier. You get stuck right there. It's whatever. You know. It's pretty quick. I mean, you're like, oh, I have to get in there, and then you go around, and you're like, oh, that's how I did it. But, whatever.